Hello, good evening, guys. This evening we have a new text effect here, and is a Coca-Cola text effect. It was designed here on Pixellab from the A to the Z. Everything was made here on Pixellab. And when you look at this text effect, it looks wonderful, right? Now let's dive in and know how it was made. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Do well to subscribe because it's very necessary, because we're dropping cool and wonderful videos like this every Monday evening. So when you subscribe, you tap on the notification button and you'll be receiving every Monday evening. For smartphone designers, we'll be dropping tips, tutorials on text effect, logos, and many more. Hello guys, now for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be using a default background. So I will tap on the default background and it removes everything at once. So what is the first thing we have to do? When you look at that, when you look closely to that text effect that I just removed now, you will notice that the background doesn't look like a normal gradient color because I maneuvered some background to get that background. Now let's go get some background so that we can maneuver them. But first we have to change the size to a YouTube banner size. So we'll go to the last we'll go to this place that has the fourth option on your Pixellab, and you get where you have image size and you tap on it. It already has it there. It brings out the preset there that it stays there always is custom. So you tap on your custom and select YouTube channel banner. And when you select it, the size changes automatically. Now you see the size we have here, right? Alright, now we'll be removing this new text. I will go to our text and remove it. Now we have a blank background and we have to go get that background we maneuvered. So what I have to do is very simple. I tap on this place. For us to be able to get a background, we tap on the plus button. It brings out options for us, and the background is in my gallery, so we just have to go to my gallery and get it. And it loads my gallery from Pixellab, and I go to my gallery so I can get those backgrounds that was used. And here I have it. There I have some backgrounds, some sweet, nice quality backgrounds. When working on your designs, use quality backgrounds. It's always necessary. Now that's the background I use, so we have to maneuver it. Now when you look at this background, you will see that this background has a square shape. Meanwhile, our YouTube banner shape is not square. So what do you have to do? You select the options that are listed here. We have one is to ratio 1:1, ratio 16:9. So that's the one we're looking for, 16:9. And we have it here, and we take it. Now we just have to drag it to so that it can cover the whole screen. So we'll select it, and it has 100, I will mark it good. So we'll now go to our layers and lock it up so that it will not shift left or right, and it will be nice, because we've already made it relatively to the center. Now what's the next thing we're going to do? We now go to our color filter. Color filter is always necessary. Color filter. Now when you go to your color filter, you have the hue, the saturation, the brightness, and the contrast. Now we'll take the hue to 33 so that we can be able to maneuver this this background. We'll take it to the 30. You can use the plus button to take it to 33 until you get what you're looking for. So we have 34. Okay, 34 is still okay. So you go to your saturation and take it to minus 15, because when you remove saturation on the photo, it dims it a little. So you notice that the red we just got now was a little bit shouty, so we have to, let's take it to 15. Alright, I think this is okay. Minus 15, sorry. Let's take it to minus 15. Now when you take it to minus 15, you notice that is still a little bit dim. So let's try plus 15. Let's try plus 15. Now, are you seeing something here? Plus 15 gives it a red color, because the color we're looking for is red. It gives it a red color. So we'll go to our brightness to see if this red will be more shouty. If this red will not shine, so let's take red. Let's take brightness to I think 30 is okay, and our contrast, let's take it to 10, so that it will be more shouty and give us the kind of red we're looking for. Now remember, the color of this background was not this, but we've maneuvered it and we've gotten something nice. I think this is acceptable. So what you have to do is reduce the opacity of this background. So we have to reduce the opacity. Let's reduce it to 50, because if you leave it shouty like that, it might spoil this image for us. Let's reduce it to 50. I think 50 is okay. Now, did you notice something? When you look at this, it has a blur color or something blurry like that. So what we have to do is we go to the fourth option we have there, which is the option about the background and stuff like that. So you go to your color and you choose a gradient. Now we're going to choose a gradient that flows from the left to the right. A gradient color that flows. So these are a gradient color that I made here on Pixellab. I will take this one. I think this one is okay. So we'll go add some colors to it. Today I'll be typing in some color code, and it will be needful for us, because these color codes, when you are typing in color codes, always use capital letters. So we'll go to our color. I will use the pencil tool, not the sucker, the pencil tool. Now when we use the pencil tool, we'll remove the color that is there. I will type in our color. Now for the first color we have, remember color codes are capital letter. We have D, C, 2, 8, 1, E. Sorry, I made a mistake. So I'll take it again. So what do we have? I'll take it again so that we get the color. We have, remember I say color codes are capital. We have D, C, 2, 8, 1, E. I know. Now you see it's a red color, but that's not the only color we'll be taking. We'll be taking a gradient color. So let's go to the dark part by the left hand side, and do the same thing and change this color. It will have a different color code as well. So we're going to type in the color code. Remember, color codes are always capital letter. So for this color code, we'll have F00000, F00000, F0000, like 5 zeros, and that is it. And we are done with this color. I will check it. Now when you finish typing your color codes on Pixellab, tap on the good button so that it can bring out the color. And we have two colors here. We'll have two colors here. Now I think this is okay. We select OK, and this is it. Now you see that this background, the texture has changed now. The texture has changed because it has been the other color that was behind. Remember, we removed the opacity of this background. Now the other color that was behind has changed the one in front, making it look more like a red. So what's the next thing we're gonna do? The next thing we're gonna do is we'll bring a shape, because this thing still has some textures on it. It still looks a little bit raw. So we'll now bring a shape. We use the good button. We'll select shapes, and we have a square shape. I think this is okay. We're gonna use it until we get what we're looking for. A square shape. I will cover the whole screen with it. We'll make sure it's covering the whole screen. And we'll use our relative position tool to make it relative to the center. I think this is okay. This is very okay. We make it relative to the center, and this is nice. So what is the next thing we're gonna do? We're gonna change the color of this shape. Now the color we'll be using for this shape is exactly the graded color we just produced now, and this is what we have. The graded color we just produced now. Now we know we're not gonna leave this like this. So what are we gonna do? It's a very simple task. We reduce the opacity. Reduce the opacity to 25. Now you see it's no more looking too raw. It's now looking more like a color. More like a color and more like a background. It's no more looking too low. Now this is it. Now the next thing we'll be doing is get our text. And here we have our text. We'll be typing it in, and our text is CocaCola. And this is it. So we have our text here. You can expand this, you can leave it at any size, but when doing text effects, always focus on the color. It's very, very necessary. Now we'll always focus on the color. So the size, you can leave the size anywhere. Or you can say, okay, let the size be 175. I think 175 should be okay. Then we'll relative it to the center. We'll use the relative tools and relative it to the center. These ones are the center. You use it, it gets relative to the center. We will be changing the colors of this text. We'll be changing the colors of this text. So we use this color tool here on the text part. Now the text is the second option you get on your Pixellab. Now what color will we be using? We'll be using the same color we used on the background. I'll call the color codes again. We'll be using the same color we used on the background, which is this color. Now let me call the color codes again for those that didn't get it the first time. The color code is for the other side we have DC281E. DC281E for the right hand side, and we have for the left hand side we have F00000. That is F and 5 zeros. Remember, color codes are always capital letter. And here we go. Now when you look at this, it has now let's relative it to the center again because I increased the size now. Now it's almost the same color with the background, so you can't even see anything here. So what we're gonna do is we'll add a stroke to it. We'll add a stroke to it. Now you find your stroke tool on that same place and you on it. Now it looks a little bit lively now. But before we add our stroke tool, let's go change this font. Let's go change this font. Now this is my font, and I'll go to my font and look for the font I used. The font I used here was CocaCola. CocaCola is a personal font. CocaCola. Now this CocaCola makes it look exactly. You see? Don't mind me. For the sake of this tutorial, I would like to be stating some things. When you go to your layers, you go to your layers and you lock whatever you do so that it will not shift left or right. So we go to layers and we lock that shape we added there. Now we've locked it. Now this is our CocaCola. Now you notice something on this CocaCola now that we've changed the font. The A at the last A string by the right has a cutout. So it's a very simple task. We double tap on it and we'll just do some adjustments. What do? We add a space at the right and also add a space at the left, and we're done. And we're done. You see that cutout is no more there. That cutout is no more there. So we just have to relative it to the center, and this is what we have. So what we'll be doing is go back to our stroke tool. We'll go back to our stroke because this is not the stroke we'll be using. We'll take our stroke to about 12. 12. I think this is okay. 12. Now our stroke color is not going to be a gradient color. It's just going to be an ordinary color. I'll be typing in the color code. We'll go to our pencil tool. We'll remove the color code that is there. And our color code is 89000. 89000. And that is what we have. And good. Now you see the color is a little bit dark, although you can still maneuver it with your color palette. Now we'll go add our shadow, because shadows always makes it look sweet and wonderful. So we'll add our shadow, and for the shadow we'll take our blur to 10. Our blur is already in 10, and our X, we take X to -8. We'll take X to -8 and leave it there. Now this is -8. Now it's looking more realistic, right? Now we'll take Y to 2, and this is okay. This is okay. Now, when you look at that text effect that I just removed, you know that it's a 3D text effect. So we'll go to our 3D tool, I will put it on. Now, whenever you put your 3D tool on, the first thing you do is off your simulate lightning. Off it, because once the simulate lightning is off, it will just give you a straight 3D text effect. So what do we have to do? We reduce our depth to just 3. Or let's leave it at 4. 3 is okay, 4 is also okay. And remember, we are going to use oblique, not perspective. So we'll change it to oblique, and we'll rotate it to let's rotate it here. We'll rotate it to about, let's say, about 248. 248 is okay. Now you see how it looks like right now. 248 is okay, and we'll go and change the color. We'll go and change the color. Now we're going to change the color of these of the darkening. Is in auto, so we'll go change the color. We'll type in the color code now. We'll use the pencil tool. We'll type in the color code. The color code here is 970000, and this is the color we have. And this is it. This is it. So I think we're done with this first text effect. So the next thing we'll be doing is you can still expand it though. And remember that these text effects are always 100% editable. So you relative it to the center and you mark it good. Now you go to your layers and lock it so that it won't shift from where you placed it. Now you copy this text effect. We'll copy this text effect and also relative it to the center. Remember, this text effect is a 2 layers text effect. So we'll relative it to the center. The first thing we'll do is we'll off our 3D because this one on top will not be needing a 3D. So we'll off it. I will off our 3D. Now we are now working on the one on top. So after our 3D, I will go to our stroke as well. We don't need a stroke for this one. I will get it off. Now this is what we have. This is what we have. Now we'll go to our shadow. The shadow is too much for the one on top, so we just have to reduce it. We'll reduce the blur to just about 2. And our X will be I think we should leave our X at 2. 2, not -2, just 2. And our Y at -2. Our Y should be at -2. And this is okay. This is okay. This is very okay. Now when you look at the text effect, the color on top was not this color. So we just go to our color and change the color. We'll go to our color and change the color. The color is not a gradient, it's just an ordinary color. So we'll go type our color. We'll select the plus button, use our pencil tool. I'll remove the color that is already in the background. I will type in our color code. Now the color we used for this one is 44065. The color code is 44065. 05. Now when you look at this color, it looks dark, right? So we can't use this kind of color because Coca-Cola color is white and not this color. So what we have to do is we'll go to our color and just select white instead of using this kind of color, because I wanted to make it black. But making it black will not make it look real. Remember, we are trying to replicate Coca-Cola, so we'll just leave it at white, and white is on your default button. Color code for white is FFFFFF. That's the color code for white. Now we still go back to our shadow tool, and on our shadow tool, we will change the shadow color. Our shadow color is that color we just typed in now, 440605. Let's use it as our shadow color. I think it will be more better and more lucrative. Now I think we are done with this text effect. We'll lock it. Now this is our text effect. Looks nice, right? Very wonderful. Now if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Text effects are 100% editable. When you construct them, you can even use them on your designs. You can change anything, you can change the color, you can change whatever you want to change. I'll be dropping more videos like this next week, Monday evening. Every Monday evening we'll drop tutorials for smartphone designers, especially Pixellab, and it will be very helpful. So if not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. And thank you and God bless you.